Hi everyone, Alex here. Continue with the Revit Multi-trade course from 0 to 100. Today we're going to be dealing with roofs. We're going to do the south and north bedrooms of our house. We're going to start with the south bedroom, which is in the southeast corner of a little house. And then we're going to move into our north bedroom, which is in the northeast corner of a little house. See you in Revit. And remember, this video is part of our Revit Multi-trade from 0 to 100 course. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, go ahead and watch them now, because if not, you're going to be completely lost. Hi everyone, this is Alex with BIMitUp, where we help you with professional training and coaching in mechanical, electrical, plumbing, fire protection systems, and Autodesk platforms like Revit and AutoCAD MEP. Let's get started. All right, let's create some roofs. This house has a pretty complex roof. It has this main roof here over the living room, the laundry room, and part of the kitchen. It has this roof here for the kitchen. It has this roof here for the south bedroom. This roof here for the north bedroom. This one here for the north living room. This one here for the enclosed Florida room. And this one here, which is an exterior canopy. So let's start with the south bedroom roof. This is probably the easiest roof. As you can see, it's a gable roof. It has a slope of 4 in 12 or 1 in 3, which is equivalent to 18.43 degrees. And as you can see, the ridge of this roof meets the ridge of the other roof, the main roof here. So you see this L right here is this L right here. The characteristics of the roof are overhangs to the east and west. You have 10 inches. The south, 4 inches of overhang, mostly just a fascia. And to the north, we have no overhang. It's going to meet the north bedroom roof. But what we do know is that the ridge is 200 inches in length. And the slope is 4 in 12, like we already mentioned. So let's start to build this roof. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open our roof plan. As you can see, we cannot see anything here. So let's take a look at our elevation to see at which elevation our roof is. Right now it's up 14 feet. I think our walls have a height of 9 feet. Yeah, approximately 9 feet. So let's have our roof at, say, 10 feet for now. Then we'll adjust it. And now let's go back to our roof plan. And obviously, since our walls don't reach the roof level, you know, they're not being intersected by the roof plane, you cannot see them in the roof plan. Thankfully, Revit allows us to use an underlay. And you can find that here under underlay. Right now it's set to none, but we can underlay our main wood floor, and then you can see it is a little bit dim, but you can clearly see the walls here, and this is what's going to help us properly set up our roofs. So the roof tool can be found here under architecture, roof, and here you have different type of roof tools, and we'll go over them. But the first one's going to be roof by footprint. So we're going to click there. We're going to click here on pick walls, and we're going to give it an overhang of 10 inches because that's what we have to the west and to the east. Now to the south, we have only 4 inches. So I'm going to change this to 4 inches and click here. And then for the north edge of the roof, I'm just going to draw a random line right here. And I'm going to trim from here to here. This is already done. This is already done. I can trim from here to here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dimension from here to here. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to change my witness line so that it measures from this edge, because I know that that ridge here is 200 inches. So I'm going to click on this line, I'm going to click on the temporary dimension, and I'm going to make that 200 inches. And now here's the kick. These triangles here let Revit know that these are sloping edges. In other words, if this line has a triangle, there's a slope going up from here to here, and then from here to here. But this face here is not really sloping. So I'm going to click on this line, I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to uncheck define slope. And now I'm going to click OK. I know that my slope is too large, but I'm going to click OK anyway so you can see what's going on. So if I go to a south elevation, there's my roof right there, and you can see that the slope is too much. So you can, after the fact, click on the roof, and you can change that slope to the correct slope, which in this case is 4 by 12. That's a lot better. And as you can see, our roof thickness has to be adjusted because these are 2x6s. So if I click on this roof, this is a generic 12-inch. So we have a wood rafter, 8-inch asphalt shingle. This is a lot closer to what we want. And what we can do is edit this type, and we can duplicate. And then let's rename this to 6-inch asphalt shingle. Boom, boom. Okay. And now we edit our structure because we just changed the name of it. We have to now change the structure, and then we can change the wood joist. The shingle can remain 1/4 inch. The plywood can remain 3/4. That's fine. But then this structure for the wood joist, we're going to make it 5.5, which is the nominal dimension of a 6x2. I'm going to click OK and OK. And that's a lot better. And we should lower the elevation of our roof level to 9 feet. To match the as-built. So this is more like it. And we're going to extend the walls to meet the roof, but we'll do that at the end once we have all the roofs. For now, let's take a look at our 3D view. There you go. That's our little roof. So we're up to a good start. And if we take a closer look at our fascia, we can see that it's probably about 4 inches, but we'll do the fascias at the end, okay? And we'll do that using this tool here called fascia. We'll just click here, and then we'll attach the fascia to it. Okay, but we'll do that at the end. For now, let's keep going with our second roof. Next in line is our north bedroom. So let's take a look at it. So our north bedroom roof is very similar to the south bedroom roof. It's a little bit less wide, as you can see, and the ridge is a little bit displaced to the east. The slope is the same one, is 4 12 or 1/3, or like we say, equivalent to 18.43 degrees. And as you can see, it's slightly lower than the main roof. Very, very slightly. We'll get a little deeper into this when we're doing the main roof. For now, let's take a look at the characteristics. We have an overhang exactly the same as the previous one. So on the east, we have 10 inches. On the west, we have 10 inches. To the north, we're going to keep 4 inches. And then this ridge here is 217 inches. The slope, like we mentioned, is 4 12. So let's get to it. So we're going to come again to roof. We're going to do roof by footprint. We're going to pick walls. We're going to have an overhang of 10 inches to the east and the west. And then we have our 4 inches to the north. And then to the south, we're going to do the same thing we did for the previous roof. Random line here. I'm going to trim from here to here, from here to here. This already done for me. This already done for me. Now I'm going to click on the line that I want to displace, and I'm going to move this witness line to the exterior of the roof. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to change that temporary dimension to 217 inches. Click OK. And then these two ridges are going to meet somewhere with a diagonal here. Same procedure we did before. This line and this line do not define slope. And while we're here, I'm going to change my slope to the correct value, which is 4 12. And I know that I'm not going to use the 12-inch generic roof. I want to use the recently created 6-inch asphalt shingle. And click OK. And now it's giving me that dialog box, right? Would you like to attach the highlighted walls to the roof? Not yet. We will eventually, but not for now. Don't attach. Let's take a look in 3D. Very good. We're looking good. Now let's go with the main roof here in the south living room. Now make sure you visit BIMitUp.com. Over there you'll be able to log in if you already have login information, or if you want to become a member, you can sign up with Google, Facebook, or with your email address. And once you're a member and you're logged in, you have access to a lot of good features. You can access your bookings from here. You can go to my programs and even some free ones that I offer there. I'm running a little bit of a scholarship program here, because I don't want money to be the reason why you cannot develop professionally. So these are all the programs that I'm a participant on, and these are the ones that I have completed. So go ahead and visit BIMitUp.com. Becoming a member is free, but I do not run ads in any of my stuff. So the creation of the content is made possible entirely from patrons and other contributions. So if you can, consider subscribing. I'll leave a link in the description of the video, and I'll see you soon.